Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft build tutorial. So in front of me now is the building we will be doing, and I'll be showing you how to build step by step. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So these here are the steps that we'll be taking to actually achieve the finished product, as I've just shown you. So relatively basic steps, but we'll actually get quite a complex build in the end. So for our first step, you can use any block you like really, just whatever you choose. And for the start of our build, we will be laying down a 13 by 10 block rectangle as the foundations of our build. And for some orientation, here is the front. So I'm going to let you pause throughout this video just to actually catch up with the build. So there we go. Now moving on to the next step, once again very simple. You're just going to want to raise it up to 10 blocks tall, so you're adding on 9 blocks. And here it is now. Now the next step will be adding on this here, which will eventually be the garage. So you're going to want to start 2 blocks in, and it will be a 7 by 11 rectangle. So 7 blocks this way, 11 blocks this way. Now very simple again for the next step. You're going to want to raise it up to 6 blocks tall. So from the last step we're adding on 5 blocks. There it is now. You're going to want some wood on the top, as this will be a decking or a balcony for later on in the build. And now on the top you're going to want to add these pyramids. These are quite simple, just build them so that at the top they join with 2, as when we put the staircases on top they'll join well at the top to make a roof. And then one last step for this stage, starting 2 blocks in on each side, you're going to want to make a 3 block by 9 block rectangle, this side being 3 blocks, this side being 9 blocks. For the next stage here, we're going to want to raise it up to 6 blocks tall, so we're adding on 5 blocks to this stage, and once again adding a pyramid, however unlike these ones, ending up with 1 block on the top instead of 2. Coming around the front, a bit of detail. So here I've added a door to access this balcony, and you can use anything you like for this railing really, but for this colour scheme I quite like white glass panes. And down here I have used sideways quartz pillars mixed with some detailing here to make quite a nice looking garage door. So that's quite a complex step, so just pause now just to take it all in. Then moving on, we're doing the roof, as you can see. So on each of these blocks here, you're going to want to put upside down stairs, if you can see that. So on each of these end blocks would be an upside down stair. And then on top of it, we're doing that again. I have used stone brick stairs and then cobblestone to fill in the centre, otherwise it will just look a bit samey. So a bit of colour variation. Then for the sides, I've used these stairs just going across. As you can see, they would be on this level here. Now for this section, a bit more complex. Well, not really, but just for the end, you're going to want to use upside down stairs once again. Just like this really, and put them on top, once again using the cobble. However, for the top, you're going to want to use a solid block of cobblestone here. Not cobblestone, sorry. Stone brick stairs, and then solid stone bricks again leading into the building here. That's quite a big step, so you're going to want to pause for a while now. So moving on to the next step. This here is the finished product, but there's quite a bit of work to go into it to actually get it looking this way. Everything you see here on the front is completely optional. If you were wondering, here underneath the flower beds, this is podzol. For the driveway, This is grey concrete powder. It looks quite like gravel or a tarmac for the drive. And this grass effect you can see is green terracotta with lime terracotta to look like stripy grass. The doorway will be here on the build. It will be set in by one block, and here I've used grey concrete, and this is where the door will be. That will be set in a bit, so to give it a bit more detail you can put some plants in a pot here like so. And now quite a big stage is the windows. So 2 blocks away from the main door area and 2 blocks away from this wall here, and 1 block up is the first window. Once again I've used white glass panes mixed with a bit of detailing here. This is spruce trapdoors, and I've also surrounded some podzol here with spruce trapdoors to make quite an effective like planter for some flowers just in front of the window as a windowsill. Now these windows here for the middle level are going to be 3 blocks higher than the previous window, and then 2 blocks to the left of this window is another here. Now moving to the left of the door, you're going to want to build this window. That's 2 blocks high, if you haven't noticed. Then this face of the building here, as you can see coming around, it will be this area here. There's a window 1 block up and 2 blocks off the right. And then to fill in the centerpiece here, just a 2 block high window that's only 1 block wide. On the other side of this outcrop of the building, there is a window identical to the one you can see over here. Once again, white glass pane, quite simple. Now the back of the building, quite a lot of detail. I've added in another door. This one is quite different from the front door, however. So I have actually stretched it out a bit just for the sake of saving space inside. And I've just added a simple roof over it as a sort of canopy or porch. So this can be edited however you want when you do it for yourself. Now here, in the middle of the door and this wall, you're going to want another thin skinny window 2 blocks up from the ground, then 1 block above that and the next level, a big window again, then 2 blocks to the left of that, getting mixed up, another window the same as this big window. Now above this is another centerpiece, once again identical to the front. You're going to want another 2x2 window. I'll show you the front here. It'll be the same as this window. Now, the back of the garage. You're not going to want too many windows on this, just to keep it looking minimalistic. So, 2 blocks from the left of the garage and 3 blocks high is just as this sideways window I've made here. Now we're on the right hand side of the house, on the garage again. Just 2 more small windows, 2 blocks away from the left, both 2 blocks high with 1 block between each other. Quite simple windows just to let in some natural light to the building. Now you notice this cobblestone here. This will be on the midpoint between the second level windows and the top window. So on the corners I've used a cobblestone block, as you can see, and to fill in, this is upside down cobblestone stairs, just to give the side of the house some texture. Now this will wrap around this side of the house on top of the balcony. However, there's another door here, as you saw in the previous stage, and it should stop here, otherwise it will intrude with the door. So place this cobblestone block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks away from the end, and you can make this canopy however you want. I've just done it to add on a bit of texture. Now on the right of this door, on the corner again, we're starting with the cobblestone strip again. It's 1 cobblestone block, then another cobblestone block on the other corner, then fill it in with these upside down cobblestone stairs, like the front. Then here, it's the same story again, and so on here. Now, time to go inside the house. There is actually quite a bit of space. It's quite an open plan build. There can be walls where you want, but there's not too much opportunity for that. However, it's got lots of different sections. For example, you can actually fit another level up here. I've just done a staircase here. I've used birch planks just to match with the top of the balcony, and it goes quite well with this light blue. I've once again used glass panes here just as a barrier so no one can fall down these steps. Then on the balcony, it is just some normal furnishing. I've made a barbecue here. So this is smokers from not too long ago in an update, mixed with trapdoors here, and some iron pressure plates, just look like a sort of grill. Then just the generic table and chair sort of setup. You've probably seen this before. Just quartz slabs as stairs, and then a table using fence posts with some wool on top. So overall, not too much of a complex build. These steps should actually help, and here's just a final look at it. So it is a really good looking house. If you're planning on doing this on survival, it'll take a lot of doing, a lot of concrete to actually build. So it's more of a creative thing if you're building a town or a city. But it's not too hard to do, shouldn't take too much time. As you can see, I've done it myself here. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It'll just sort of show me that you're actually interested in this sort of content, and I'll keep it going. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.